Real Madrid, we need to speak. Now I'm ready to speak. You guys know yesterday I didn't do any sort of content on my main channel, on my second channel, on Twitch. I didn't do a Barcelona watch along. I didn't do a Barcelona review. I wasn't asked. I wasn't. Yesterday I wasn't in the mood after what happened 2 days ago. But now I feel better. As you guys can see, I am relaxed and I feel relaxed. And this is going to be a very much relaxed conversation. It's going to be a calm conversation. If you're expecting shouting, if you're expecting me to call players out, if you're expecting a lot of nonsense, this isn't the right video. This isn't the right video. Go watch someone else. This is going to be a very calm, collective conversation. I'm not going to be calling players Haywan or anything from that sort. I'm just going to have a very sensible chat with everyone. And the reason why I said Real Madrid we need to speak, because I want to speak to different individuals. I don't want to make it just a Xabi Alonso thing. I don't want to make it just a player thing. I want to make it couple players I want to chat to and the manager that I want to chat to. And the first person I want to speak to is Mr. Xabi Alonso. Take the seat, brother. Let's speak. Let's talk. Let's talk. Xabi, you've had it easy so far. You've had it perfect so far. It's been sunshines. It's been butterflies so far. You've been the Madrid manager for the past couple months, and start of the season is something that no one expected. 7 from 7. It was amazing. And everyone knew the game against Atleti was going to be the first game and the first eye opener. The first eye opener to see whether you are ready for this challenge, for this task, for this job. And you didn't do well. In your first challenge, you didn't handle it well. Whether that is your lineup, whether that is your in-game management, whether that is your tactics in the second half, whether that is understanding how the opponents are and maybe changing it to counter that, you didn't do it. The lineup was bad. The lineup was wrong. And the in-game management, taking players out and not bringing players on, it was bad as well. Understanding that the first half, Atleti was crushing the ball a lot in the second half, and they were taking advantage of it in the second half. You didn't really counter that. So there was a lot of things that happened wrong away to Atleti. But I'm not going to be one of those people that said that they're going to say, this guy's not ready, Alonso's not ready, Alonso this, Alonso that. No, I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm not. One thing I will say, that this is going to be a lesson. This is going to be a lesson. Listen, the game against Atleti, I think it's a learning curve for all the players, including the manager, including us as a fan base. We, I think, got a bit too excited after the 7 games, myself included. The game against Levante gassed me up a little bit. I was saying I recognize this club. And then literally 3 days later, I don't recognize this club. So I got excited as well. And I think it was a learning curve to everyone that we might not be there yet. We might not be ready yet. We might not be ready to challenge yet, because our first toughest game, and we didn't do it well. And this is why it goes down to the manager, and I hope the manager can learn from this. Because these are the kind of games that will make or break you as a Real Madrid manager. You look at in the past, you look at some of the greatest Madrid managers. Zizou, I'll give you one example, one simple example, one little example. I don't want to bore you, Xabi Alonso. I'm going to give you one example. Zizou, 3 years at Real Madrid, came back at Real Madrid. But look at Zizou. He's never, in his 2 spells, never lost away to Wanda or away to Barcelona. Zizou, Mester, Champions League, understanding when the big games are, the crunch time, he understands how to do it. Yes, you can say, well, Zidane was fortunate. He had a great 11, but fam, in the second spell, he never. And even in the first spell, you've got a great team as well. But it comes down to how a manager can put his team in a position to be successful. And Zidane did it better than anyone else, especially the big games. Now, your first big game, again, I don't want to include the Club World Cup. I know we lost against Paris Saint-Germain. That's a completely different thing. I just want to talk about this season and this season only. The Club World Cup was last season. I want to talk about this season. Your first challenge, and you failed. Again, it's a learning curve. I'm happy it's happened now. I'm happy you failed now and not months from now or crunch time in Jan and Feb and March. I'm happy it's happened now, because you've got a lot of big games coming up very soon. Juve is the next one. Barca is the next one. City is the next one. Anfield is the next one. Some big games. There's some big games, and let's see how you handle it. Because after the first game, you didn't handle it well. And Secondly, I want to say one thing about you. You have been the master, and you have been someone that I have been riding with you. I have been praising you with your decision making and sense of rotating players and players that plays well and players that don't play well, you don't play them. You made it very clear when you first came to Real Madrid and also during the season. When you were benching Vinny and benching other players, you made it very clear. You play well, you play. You don't play well, you don't play. Now, there's other players that are not playing well. But let's see if those treatment and those conversations going to be had to those players. Because it happened to Vinny. I want to see if the next players are not playing well, you're going to play them or not. And my second conversation goes to Mr. Fede Valverde. Sit down, brother. It's your turn. And I'm very surprised I'm going to have this chat with you because if you guys have been following my content for the past couple of years, you are someone that I love. You've been one of my favorite Madrid players. And I've never criticized you over the past couple of years because you've never given me a reason to criticize you. But so far this season, you're not it, Fede. You haven't been it this season. And I don't want anyone to sugarcoat it. I don't want anyone to give you excuses. Yes, you're tired. Anyone can see you're tired. From last season, you're exhausted. And I think Carlo last season used you like a soap. And those soap is done, fam. The petrol's gone. You can see it this season. You're not the same fitness level. You're not the same physical level. You're not the same intensity level. It's not the same. It's not the same. But now, you are fortunate, by the way, just before I say now, you are fortunate because if Trent was healthy and Carvajal was healthy, I was looking forward to see what Xabi Alonso was going to do. Because if they were healthy and you still played, then Xabi Alonso's not consistent. Then Xabi Alonso's only giving it to certain players and not other players. Because if following Xabi Alonso's logic and following his method of coaching, that if you don't play well, you don't play, you should not be playing as a starter as of right now. You should be benched for one game, dropped for one game, and maybe come back. But because of those two injuries, you're fortunate now because you're going to play as a right back, and you're forced to play as a right back because we don't have any other cover. I don't see Raul play as a right back, and if that happens, if Raul does play as a right back, then I'm looking forward to see whether you are going to be playing in the midfield because you haven't been great enough. And if you follow Xabi Alonso's method and coaching and his treatment, then clearly you shouldn't be playing. Especially with Cameron back and Jude back and the options we have in the midfield now. But Fede Valverde, I'm going to give you a pass. And I'm going to go with the excuses of the fact that you're exhausted and you're tired. But you can't be exhausted and tired for a long period of time. Hence the reason I'm going to see the next couple months how you're going to be like. And from there, let's have a chat again. I'm never going to go against you. I'm never going to be in a position to say steady you. I've seen some Madrid fans say drop, have him benched. Like Fede Valverde is not good enough to be playing for Real Madrid. Chill. But that's my conversation to you. Next person, Alvaro Carreras. Come here. Alvaro, I said you've been amazing, and I said you've been wonderful, and I said you've been exceptional for the start of the season, and you have. The first 7 games, you've changed my life. And similar to a lot of Madrid fans' life, you've changed a lot of Madrid fans' life. But last game, brother, you really dropped the stinker. You dropped the howler. You dropped the Lucas Vazquez, man. It was bad to watch. And it was Lucas Vazquez from last season. The bad positioning, the bad awareness. Positioning not the same. Defensively not the same. Going forward, you're not the same. You're getting beaten every door. You're getting bullied. Aerially, on the ground. It wasn't good to see. It wasn't pleasant. Like it wasn't good to see. I expected you to be benched, you didn't get benched. I expected you to be taken off the second half, you didn't get benched in the second half. So now that's your first challenge. And I made it clear in the match preview, heading into the game. I made it very clear last Friday. You guys could go and check it back. I made it very clear. This is your toughest game on paper. You've had it easy. And you were very fortunate against such a dad because Kuba wasn't starting. This was your toughest matchup. You went up against Simeone, who's very difficult, and against Llorente, who overlaps. So this was your toughest matchup, and you didn't do well. But I'm not going to say, well, you're bad, you're overrated. I'm not going to be one of those people. You've got a couple more big games coming up. You've got Yildiz coming up against Juve. You've got Barcelona coming up. Sorry, Yildiz doesn't play. You've got Lamine Yamal coming up. You've got different players coming up. A lot of players you're going to be going up against. It's going to be tough. And I want to see how you handle with it. Your first tough matchup, your toughest matchup as of right now, you didn't do well. Let's see how you do in the next couple of games. Again, I've got my eyes on you. Don't let me down, brother. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. That's all I'm saying. Don't be one of those players that play well in the easy games and don't play well in the tough game. Because last season against Benfica, you played well against Atleti. So, but this season you didn't. It's fine. It's fine. It's all about learning. Like I said, this video is a therapy session. It's a learning curve. This is a learning curve for everyone. You guys, the manager, ourselves, fan base. It's a learning curve because we shouldn't be putting those players in these kind of the best in the world. Because I was a victim of this. I said Alvaro Carreras is top 3 in the world after what I saw in the first 3 months. First month. But maybe I was too far. This is why I'm going to be very, very careful now going forward. Very careful. My next conversation is someone which it's a bit weird for me to have a conversation about this guy because I feel bad maybe to have a conversation about him. Defensively, I'm not going to talk about it because defensively, Huijsen didn't have a good game. Dani Carvajal didn't have a good game before he got injured, of course, the X, Y, and Z. The midfield, Tchouaméni wasn't good. Fede always spoke about. The attack, okay, Vinny, Mbappe, we had moments. Rodrigo came off the bench, didn't do well. I'm not. There was one person that is going very, very much under the radar. And I rewatched the game. Against Atleti. And the 5 goals that we conceded, you can say some of them he could have done better. But then what I did, I was like, hold on. I've seen a pattern before. So I rewatched our games this season. And I rewatched the Club World Cup. And I rewatched most of the games. And this person was incredible. But at the same time, this person, I feel like, it's not the same person that I used to know. And we need to be honest with ourselves. Thibaut Courtois, let me chat to you for a second, brother. I don't think that this season you're the same. And I think you're getting a lifeline and you're getting a pass because of how bad defenders were. But at the same time, some of the goals, you could say that you could have done better. And you could say that other games you could have done better as well. And I feel like no Madrid fan, from what I've seen, and it's not talking about it, because but if you sit down and you actually contemplate it, has Thibaut Courtois been amazing this season? No. Has Thibaut Courtois been okay this season? Yes. Has it been good this season? Debatable. And I feel like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like it's important to make players understand that they are not invincible. That they are not, no matter how bad they play, they will always be playing. And Xabi Alonso has made it clear that no one is that person. Alvaro Carreras, if he continues these kind of performances and drops more stinkers, I expect him to be benched. Tchouaméni, we've got Camavinga now. Fede Valverde, you're lucky because they're injured. But even if those right backs were back, no one should be invincible in this team. And I don't want anyone to have that feeling that they are. Thibaut Courtois, I wouldn't mind it personally, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. I wouldn't mind it if we might see Lunin for one game. Just a one game. Just to show Thibaut, brother, you know what time it is. Just maybe a little kick in the bum. Maybe for him to understand, you know what? I have to do better. Because I don't think you have been better. I don't think you've been amazing. I don't think you've been good this season. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I do feel, again, it's not going to happen. I'm stretching it. Now I'm being ambitious. I'm fantasizing because I know it's not going to happen. I know Lunin's first game is going to be probably the Copa del Rey game. It's going to be the round of 32 or round of 64, whatever the rounds are. And then it's going to start the round of 16. And it's going to start the quarterfinals, become semi-final, come the final. He's going to be benched. So Lunin really and truly is going to be playing, 3, 4, 5 games a season? Which basically means we are giving Thibaut the luxury of being invincible. But I don't think he should. That's just me personally speaking. I don't think he should. I think maybe starting, again, I'm being ambitious. Maybe starting Lunin against Kairat tomorrow. Maybe starting against Kairat to see how Thibaut feels about it. Because please, go back to those kind of games. Go back to the last game and tell yourself whether you think Thibaut there was nothing he could have done for those 5 goals. Because I think 3 of those goals, he could have done a better job. That's just my opinion. But listen, I've spoken a lot. I'm back now. I took a one little break, 1 day break, but I'm back. And let's see what happens tomorrow. The bounce back starts tomorrow against Kairat. I'm going to be dropping my preview, my predictions for all games on my second channel. So follow that if you want. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.